and has 2 daughters and 1 son. Next month, inshallah, she will go into labor and will deliver twin. Now, here's the thing. She works as a lawyer in Putrajaya. So, you can imagine that she is very busy during the mornings, and when she comes back home, she has to take care of her family. And these 3 children that she has is not that easy to take care of. They are very rebellious. They need a lot of attention. And they also like to play around with important stuff like her documents, the TV, and also the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi.
Now, there was this one time that I remember. The teacher in the kindergarten that my sister sends her children to, sent her a video. That video was on the day that the kindergarten calls career day, because the children will talk about their careers. And then my sister has a very brilliant plan in order to make her children entertained and relieve some of the burden off of her. She frequently gives them a tablet or maybe her own handphone so that they can watch videos that they like. And the funny thing is, the thing that they like is what they want to be. So when the teacher sent the video to my sister and she posted it on the family WhatsApp group, and the video goes something like this. First, the eldest, a girl, says, "When I become bigger, I want to become like mommy. I want to become a lawyer." And then the second child, the youngest daughter, says, "When I grow up, I want to become a princess." And then the third child, the son, the second born, says, "Roar! When I become bigger, I want to be a dinosaur." And that's basically what every day in her household is. Princesses, a lawyer, and also a rampaging dinosaur throughout the household. But throughout all these years, she has had the endurance and the capabilities to cope with this madness and madness of bringing up children. That's why I admire her the most. Of course, after my mother and grandmother, because their stories are also very, very interesting.
Yes.
Now moving on, my mother. She is a mother of 6 children. 6 very rebellious children. Except for me, I'm a good kid. Here's the thing. She's very brave and flinches almost to nothing, not even cockroaches or even snakes. Now here's where the story comes in. At that time, the whole family went back to our hometown. We went back to hometown since it was going to be Raya 2 days after. So during when we arrived at our house in the hometown, we have 2 houses actually. Our house and our grandmother's house. So when we arrived at our house, my mother, something that she never asked me to do before until this year, went into the house, and besides the front door, there is this one long bamboo which has the edge sharpened. From when I was little until that moment, I was wondering, what was that bamboo used for? Then she handed me the bamboo and said, "Son, go and check all the rooms. If there are anything out of the ordinary, hit it with this bamboo." So I was like, what if I found an intruder? Then just hit it with bamboo. What if I find something else, maybe a snake? Or then just poke it with the bamboo.
Good, multi-purpose bamboo.
That's multi-purpose bamboo.
Yeah.
So I had this job of checking all of the bedrooms. At that time, my mother was going to the master bedroom since only she had the key, and she opened it. At that time, I was checking the kitchen. I was checking under the table and also in the sink cabinet to see if there are any snakes or whatnot. And then I heard her cry my name, "Rifqi, come here right now!" And then I rushed to the master bedroom with the bamboo stick. And then I said, "What, Mom? What happened? Give me the bamboo stick." And I gave it to her. And then at that time, the room was still dark. I couldn't see anything. It was very hard to see. So she opened the lights, and then I saw the room. Obviously. But there was something different about the room. On the opposite side of the room, besides the toilet, there is a cabinet. Besides the cabinet, there is the TV. Besides the TV, there is a dustbin. And for some reason, that dustbin was moving. And I was very creeped out because I was very scared of ghosts. But my mother confidently goes over there, raises the bamboo stick, and thrusts it powerfully behind the dustbin. And after that, I could see something else. It was the tail of a python. If that was me, I wouldn't have the courage to do that. So my mother is very brave to have done that. After that, she took the python to the backyard and burned it with the other stuff. Now moving on to my grandmother. Now this to me is by far one of the best stories that I've ever experienced and heard. I experienced it myself because at that time I was at her house. At that time there were only two people in that house, my grandmother and me. One thing that you should know that in my family we don't call our grandmother or nene. We call her atuk. So at that time I was playing my mother's iPad on the sofa just beside the front door. I was playing
Candy Crush.
No, I was playing, what was it called?
Clash of Clans.
No.
Angry Bird.
Jetpack Joyride.
What is that?
I was playing Jetpack Joyride at that time. When at that time my grandmother is my atuk is taking out the trash. She usually takes the trash and shoves it out the front door into the lawn in front so that the garbage truck can pick it up. But at that time, she went out and took out the trash, and then she went back in to the kitchen, and then when she emerged back into the living room, she was holding a broom and a parang. And I was thinking and also saying to her, "What are you going to do, Atuk?" And then she says, "I'm going to take care of the snake in front of the house." And then I followed her because I wanted to actually see her taking care of the snake, because it's not every day that you see your grandmother taking care of a snake. So I went outside and I saw a very big snake exactly where my grandmother always puts the trash. And what I didn't expect is that she asked me to take the broom, and on her mark, hit it rapidly. And then I was very nervous because I had never dealt with a snake before. And so, on her mark, I beat the snake rapidly, and the snake also ran rapidly. Slithered rapidly, actually. It doesn't have legs. Okay.
Good. Okay.
But somehow I
Slither.
managed to trap the snake from running on my third
Whack.
whack, and it couldn't run anymore.
Couldn't run, couldn't
It couldn't
slither.
slither anymore. Again, it doesn't have legs, so it doesn't run. It couldn't slither anymore, and my grandmother had the guts to actually go to its head and bring down the parang onto the head. And then the head fell off.
Fell off.
Yes. fell
Wow.
off.
How strong is your grandmother?
I don't know, but the head fell off. After that, she took the snake, put it in another garbage
Bin, garbage pack, plastic.
garbage bag, and put it along with the other trash. And after that, I was very surprised at what my grandmother did, and I told that story to my mother, and then she said, "Oh, during back in the time, she used to do that every day, because at that time the kampung, the house was in the middle of the forest, so snakes often come. And after that, I wasn't surprised anymore when my grandmother managed to survive a house fire, and then break into the house, and she actually managed to capture the culprit also.
The robber.
Yeah, the robber, by locking the doors. Locking the doors. The house was the old-fashioned style with the key, so it cannot be opened even from the inside if you don't have the key. So the culprit was inside. She called the police, and the police managed to come in time.
Oh.
Now, in conclusion, I would like to say that even though men are capable of going to greater heights, but the women, and usually the women in our lives, are greater and is the main source of inspiration and support for the men who have done great deeds. And I would like to quote John Lennon: "As always, behind every man, there is a wonderful woman." Unquote. Thank you very much.